thanks for purchasing your Lil Killa. Today we're going to get it installed. You're about to see just how quick and easy that can be. All you'll need is just a couple of tools and the provided hardware. You'll notice that when you receive your table, the bolts are already in the left and right side for the legs, and there is a bag labeled replacement hardware. You will just need a 7/16 wrench and the provided Allen wrench, or like I have here, a drill with a T25 bit. And then for the permanent hardware, you'll need a wrench with a 9/16 open end or box end or ratchet. You might need 2 wrenches if you selected to go with the through bolt option. If you got concrete wedge anchors for a concrete application, you'll need a hammer drill with a 3/8 bit and a hammer, and also a 9/16 open end wrench for that as well. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how this is done. First of all, you're going to lay it out. You will have a left and a right leg. They are not interchangeable and they are labeled, so make sure that you get the left on the left side as if you're using the station. Left goes on the left, right goes on the right. You will take the replaceable nylon wing nuts off of the back of the table and discard those, and then you will use those bolts to bolt the leg to the table, replacing those nylon wing nuts with the replacement hardware you'll find in your bag. I like to line up the top and bottom holes first. Once you get those 2 in, the other 2 holes will be aligned and you'll be all set. Now we'll do the other side. The next step will be to put your accessory tray on. It comes standard on the right side for your Lil Killa. It is labeled right there. You'll just take that T25, back these bolts out, and there's little pockets in there that holds the nut for the bolt. So I like to leave those in there and then put it in place and tighten it up. I'll show you how that works. So we'll just pull these out. It came out on me, but I'm just going to pop it right back in. Pull the other one out. Now, let's go over and bolt it up. So the proper fit for this accessory tray is with a knife sharpener towards the front or the user side of the table, with the cup holder towards the rear. You'll just place it on the outside of the table, line it up with the hole and the corresponding hole on the tray. Get it started is what I like to do, and then do the same on the other side. Line it up, get it started, and then you can tighten them down. There's no wrench needed for this step because that nut pocket, the nut pocket holds the nut in place. So all you then have to do is tighten it down. Just like that, you're done. So that's all there is to the assembly of a Lil Killa if you did not choose to purchase any additional accessories, such as an umbrella holder or a drawer. Those are your 2 options for the Lil Killa. As you probably can tell, this is our new 5-foot Lil Killa. Standard is the 4-footer. And I'll show you what putting one of the accessories on looks like here in just a moment, as I have an umbrella holder and we can easily knock that out. All right. If you purchase an umbrella holder, you will have an accessory tray that looks a lot like this with this extra back hole. Remember, the knife sharpener always goes towards the user side. So that accessory tray is required, as well as this receiver that bolts to the leg at the bottom will do that next. But for this part, you just want to put this umbrella holder accessory tray on the side that you chose, just like we did the other accessory tray, by taking out the hardware provided and replacing it once you line everything up. All right, that was easy. So now that that part's done, we'll put our candy cane shaped bracket on the bottom. When you do put it on, you'll notice that the receiver will be pointed out towards the water. It will not be facing you, it will be pointing towards the water. So make sure you get that part right so that the two holes line up. But all you're going to do there should be bolts already in these holes. You're just going to take them out, marry it to the holes in the leg, bolt everything together, and then you're done. When you're putting this part on, the one thing you will want to make sure of is that you have a nylon washer separating aluminum, which is the leg, from the stainless, which is the hardware, the washer and the nut, any chance that you get. So in this instance, we're going to have bolt, nylon, stainless washer, and on the other end, we're going to have nylon, stainless washer, nut. Seven 16th wrench, in my case a T25, or the provided Allen. Just get it snug, no need to bear down on it. And we're done. So you can see it's towards the back, and your hardware should look like this. Now for bolting it down, again, if you're going to treated lumber or composite decking, in either case you should have treated lumber stringers underneath your deck boards. Anywhere there are treated lumber stringers, I like to make sure that I get, if you have any, some lag bolts in there as far as I can get them. So if possible, line up one of the holes in the base plate with one of those wooden stringers that hopefully you can see right there and right there, if you can. If you cannot, then you might want to consider pulling up some of the deck boards and putting some more wood between the stringers so that you have plenty of beef or meat to bolt down into, or you could use through bolts. And please note that we provide ample holes in the base plate for you to hit those stringers. You will not receive a bolt for every hole. It is not necessary. 4 bolts per leg is more than enough to provide the strength that you're going to need for your awesome Lil Killa by Killer Doc. If you ordered a drawer with your Lil Killa, you'll receive it in this shape with the starboard shims already bolted with temporary hardware to the aluminum frame. You'll want to remove the hardware, as I did here, and you can see on the back, this is how it will come, already intact. So you'll want to remove those pieces, take the starboard piece off, line it up with the holes on the back or the bottom of your tabletop. Once you've done that, you can take out the drawer insert by pulling it all the way out till it stops, and then lift and pull, and that will come out. Once again, you'll place both strips on the bottom side of the table in line with the pre-drilled holes, and then you will place the frame on top, bolt everything in, and slide the drawer insert back into the frame. Once you have your shims in line with the hole and the frame on top of the shims and also in line with the holes, just put the provided bolts that had the temporary wing nuts on the back, put the bolts back in and replace those temporary wing nuts with the permanent hardware provided in your bag. One thing to note, of course, not to state the obvious, but the open end is going to be facing the front, and this is the back of the table with the closed end and the logo. And once you have that bolted in, you're all set. As you can see here, I have it set up on some sawhorses to make it easier. If that's an option for you, that's probably the way to go for mounting the drawer frame. If not, just have a friend hold it up in place and get everything lined up. That's all there is to it. Just like that, our assembly is complete. Thanks again for your purchase. We really appreciate your business. We know that you're going to get a lot of great use in many, many years out of your Lil Killa fish cleaning station. If you need any other products for your dock, like furniture, brackets for your dock box, or anything else, give us a call, check out what we have to offer on the website, and let's make your dock a killer dock.